Hey everyone, welcome back to Through the Lens, YouTube's favorite movie review show. We Can I go again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Through the Lens, YouTube's favorite movie review show. Today we've got your hosts, the usual, me, Sun Dude, the one on my right, Cronus Gold, say
Okay.
something, and the one on the far right, Mr. Zephyros.
Fuck yo.
All right, and just especially for you guys, we're gonna be reviewing a horror film today.
Yes.
Name or Relic.
Yes.
Released this year.
That's true.
Yes.
True fact.
It seemed to go straight to video, right? Because coronavirus. Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
This is also an Australian film.
Yes.
Let's go. Let's get it.
But it was actually a little interesting point. It was produced by Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh.
Yes.
Wait, who's that?
You know, Mysterio.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, they say like the director and cast.
Oh yeah. So the movie was directed by Natalie Erica James. Starring Emily Mortimer as Kay, Robin Nevin as Edna, Miss Grammer, Bella Heathcote as Sam, and a whole bunch of others. Special shout out to Chris Bunton as Jamie. I feel like Chris Bunton. He's appeared in like many like Australian films and TV shows, whatever.
Oh yeah.
I know. I don't. Yeah, because I don't follow TV and movies that much. I don't know why you guys have me on this show, but he does seem familiar to me.
Let's give our general consensus.
Yeah. This movie was alright. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't that good either. I could say that it is not the usual horror film, as it does.
Hold on, before we get any further, I just want to say, as well, this is like the first full horror film that I've watched, so
Yeah.
have some fun.
I see.
Alright, while
So what
I
are you
think
saying?
about this, Jack, you go on.
All right. My thoughts similar. Okay, I probably liked it a bit more than you did.
Yeah.
Though I don't think. I think it's good. It's not great though, and we'll see why soon. What about you, Sunny?
I mean, I don't really like, as I said, first horror film for me, so I'm not sure what like the common consensus is around like horror films, but just as a film,
Yeah.
I would say, okay, there was the scare factor. It did scare me a bit,
Yeah.
not too much because I'm not a pussy like Jack, but good special effects.
Yeah.
I'd say some of the writing was good.
Yeah.
But I will get into that further when we get into the specifics.
So overall, what do you think?
Overall,
Yeah.
like what I say with every film, good film.
Good film. All right.
So have you thought about what you're going to say, Dio?
Yeah. Very moldy.
Very moldy.
True.
Yeah. Symbolism, yes.
Yes.
All right. Fun fact: the Russo brothers financed and handled international sales on Relic.
Oh.
So, yeah, one of the reasons why CGI was pretty good in this film.
That was CGI?
Was it?
The grandma breaking
it?
the bones, man.
Oh.
But a lot of the other stuff as well, right? There were quite
The
a lot of yeah.
But yeah,
Let's talk about acting first. Yeah.
sure.
What do we think?
I think Grandma was good character acting. Mm-hmm. Grandma has dementia.
Does.
What?
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, I said Grandma has dementia.
You gotta say why her acting's good. You just say grandma has dementia.
That's why it's good.
Okay. Oh, talking about dementia, Jack is having a stroke, so I think we'll move on. The person who Grandma was in The Matrix.
She
Was she?
was?
Yeah, Counselor Dillard. Wait,
Is she one of those
I
evil
literally
people?
looked this up 5 seconds ago, and I can't remember the name. Yeah, Counselor Dillard in The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions.
Ooh.
Very cool, Granny.
So if you thought she was familiar, that's where you saw her from.
I did think she was familiar. I remember saying that when we watched it.
Yes. And yeah, with the whole dementia thing, I think it's established that yeah, she appears to have dementia.
Yeah, just
What?
talk about the acting. Don't get into because there's a lot of spoiler stuff.
Just what?
You can cut that out. Yeah.
Okay. Leave it at dementia.
Yeah.
Well, it relates back to the
Well,
acting, bro. The fucking actor did
You
dementia.
started
well.
it.
She portrayed dementia well.
She did, yeah. That's what you should. So you just said grandma has dementia.
The house has a bowler. It has a bowler.
That's why it's good acting.
Yeah.
House of Bella.
All right.
I agree with that.
Now we've spent a good amount of time analyzing the casting and a brilliant analysis of the casting. So I think we're good to move on. Yeah.
I'll just quickly say I think everyone in the movie was good. I don't think there was any bad performances. Full stop there.
Yes.
Yes.
I
All right.
agree.
Now quickly moving on. So, writing. Yeah. Okay.
Don't say it,
Yes.
dear.
Come on,
Grandma.
dude, you gotta save us. Writing.
Has
Stop.
she has dementia in the film?
Really? Dude, that's
That is a very important part of the plot. It's very clever cover up for a more darker problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, they set the tone quite well in the writing,
Yes.
in making it very mysterious in deciphering the cause of Grandma's disappearance. She has
Oh,
dementia.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll agree with that. I think the writing was pretty good. Very, yeah, lots of tension and stuff. There was also good like family dynamic tension there as well. With
Yep.
the
Yeah.
that was all good, especially since the grandmother has dementia.
It's a very important plot point because like right, this is spoiler zone, but yeah, I'll talk about it later. Yeah, it's a
that's
very
why I'm
important
saying
spoiler zone moment.
Don't
But
talk too much about the dementia, but just say she has dementia and end it at that.
all right, Sonny, your take.
Wait. Uh-oh. So we finished talking about the writing.
No, you
Yeah,
haven't
you have to
talked
talk
about the
about the
writing.
I mean,
Sonny, do you have dementia?
I probably do. It's early onset, you know. So, make sure you guys check me out in the graveyard.
Jeez.
No. I mean, there are a lot of clever things with the way things were shown on screen. Right. I guess all I can say is like the writing's good, huh?
I
I'm
will
really
say,
counting on you guys here.
okay, I'll say one complaint I have about the writing,
Yeah.
but it kind of all factors into the. Okay, I'll just. It seems kind of cliche up until a point, but like, okay, it makes more sense if I talk about the point and spoilers. Do you guys know what I'm talking about when I say it's kind of cliched up until a point? You know which point in the movie I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No. But
like
go
the
on.
ending. I feel like the rest of it
Yeah.
was like,
Sure.
because I'm a pretty horror movie veteran. It's not. That's why it didn't blow me away that much. It was kind of standard stuff. I mean, it's good. Like it's not like
Mhm.
weak writing or anything. It's good, but like it's nothing really new. It's nothing I
Yeah.
hadn't seen before, except the ending.
All right. I get you on that.
All right, and now we can move on to cinematography.
Yeah.
And I guess this relates also to the setting of the film. See, the main setting is Grandma's house in the forest, right?
Uh-huh.
I feel like the cinematography quite well communicates like how the house is like surrounded by the forest. You see,
Yeah.
forests.
Okay, that's like that's in the synopsis. Okay, it's just like grandma gets lost. Full stop. And she has dementia.
Cause she has
That's,
dementia.
that's all you can tell the audience. Okay, nothing more than that.
Oh, no spoilers. I remember one scene where they did some clever work with the camera angle. The camera was like tilting. You know when that happens? And it's like foreshadowing something dicey is gonna happen. This is like one of the examples I remember where they use some clever cinematography.
You'll have to
Yeah.
remind me in the spoilers when we get to that.
Same.
Yeah. By the way, cinematography by Charlie Saroff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he did a good job as
Yeah.
well. It was very nice, very tense, very everything was shot very nicely, everything looked good.
Yeah.
Lighting was nice, it was all good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
it's set in the Victorian outback.
Not the outback, it's like
Bush.
more like
Yeah, the
In the bush, man.
Victorian Victorian bush.
I
In
mean
the,
she
in the bush.
takes
Where
it
is
like
the
a
outback,
little
bro?
bit to try to
What is an outback?
outback.
What is an outback? I'll take your mom out back. How about that?
Oh, no thank you.
No, thank you. All right.
No.
In that case, let's move on to our next topic.
Oh wait,
Editing.
how about
Right.
before just back to this kind of relates to cinematography. Sorry. What do we think of like the visuals and like the CGI and stuff like that?
Well, I guess we can move on to that. Editing, CGI, all that kind of good stuff.
Is that yeah? We can move that. Sure.
Let's go. I felt like it was good. Yeah.
Mold.
I didn't have any extra information on whether this was like a big budget film or whatever.
It
Eh,
I'd say it's not a very big budget because it's shot in one house with a small group of actors,
Yeah.
yeah.
which so I assume they have a small budget, which I think they used really well. You can tell the budget went to the cool imagery stuff.
Oh well,
Yeah.
the Russo brothers did finance it as well.
Yeah,
The mold was very moldy, therefore good mold.
Yes, good mold.
Good visual effects. Also,
Oh yeah.
good. Kind of goes into spoiler zone. They did good with the walls. Remember the
Yeah.
walls?
Yeah. The walls. Yeah.
Yeah, the walls.
Yes. Uh, how do we like the music?
Oh,
Music
music.
by Brian Reitzel. Probably butchering his name. Sorry.
Thought it was
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I think it kept the tension well.
Very haunting. Very
Yes.
spooky.
The spooks. But I'd imagine without the music, the movie would be very funny.
Yeah.
They changed it to like Kanye West or something.
Yeah. Fun fact: Brian Reitzel, who did the music for this film, also did the music for Watch Dogs.
Haha, watch
Oh
them.
shit.
Yahoo!
That was scary.
Yahoo! Jack was more scared of me imitating Mario throughout while we were watching the film than by the actual film. When we were
mean-
watching it, I would like every now and then say Yahoo! And then Jack was like, "Oh shit, dude!"
Oh yeah. Did we find it scary?
Oh, you found it scary.
No, I found you scary. Okay, there's a difference.
Okay, little baby.
Okay, but like, imagine you watching this on your own. Would you have found it scary?
Probably.
It
Grandma
was
with
scary.
dementia was scary. When she
It
broke the
was.
fucking
But
finger
grandma
off.
with dementia was serious.
Cut that out, dear.
All we're talking about is dementia, right?
No,
Did I
he
miss
said something.
something?
He said something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey, grandma with dementia was scary. Okay, leave it at that.
well, I was gonna
Yes.
say perhaps after spoiler zone when we cut back, I found like an article on what the director had to say about the film,
Oh,
so
cool.
we can talk about that after the spoiler zone.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, during spoiler zone.
Are we going to spoiler
Yeah,
zone
sure.
now?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Quick. We have to talk about the writing, right?
We already
Oh
did
no,
that.
shit, we've done that. Yeah. Oh wait, the general story. Like, did you think the story was good?
Didn't we do that in the first thing? Wasn't that the first thing we did?
Shit, am I? Yeah, I think we did. What am I
You're having
thinking about
dementia,
it?
bro.
Shit.
Early onset dementia like me. Yeah, the look brothers from other mothers. Yeah.
Wait, what did you not like about the movie? Because I said something, but you guys haven't said anything bad about it.
I don't know. I have nothing to compare it to. So, I mean,
Is me predicting the way the movie goes a bad thing? Because I predicted correct.
I mean, I don't know. Some movies, it's like you predict it, but like it's the way you want it to go anyway.
Like, is
And there's
that-
no way you predicted the ending. You
I
did not
predicted
predict
the
the
flow
ending, okay?
of the movie, like the general
Up until the
storyline of the
end.
movie.
Which is kind of yeah. That's my main problem with it. It's like it was pretty predictable up until the end. The end was quite different. Yeah.
Okay, I guess that's the name of it. It was predictable slash cliched. Spoiler zone.
I'd say this is if you want to watch a movie that's kind of similar to this, I'd say The Visit by M. Night Shyamalan. It's also about like old people being scary.
like Jack.
Yeah.
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 Don't want to mess with those old people.
Oh, got it. Old people was my kryptonite, dude.
Yeah.
So, anyways, now we can move on to spoiler zone.
Listen.
Yes, finally.
Hey, let's go.
Okay, the whistle. I mean, not the whistle.
Recorder.
The
Spoiler
recorder.
zone. All right. Now, time as always, timestamp on the screen right now. Skip there to when you don't want to get spoilers.
Yeah. Now let's break down this movie.
All right. Now we see grandma having dementia.
Yes.
Yes, but the movie starts off with Sam and her mum driving to Grandma's house.
No, it starts off with the grandma missing.
Yeah. It starts off with
bathtub
the
scene.
bathtub overflowing.
Yeah.
Grandma's, and then we see grandma's butt. and the Christmas tree's like going on and on, and on and off, and on and off. Not like flickering, but just like that. It's kind of like breathing.
True.
I didn't even realize that could be like a symbol. That could be like just within like the first couple seconds of the film starting, we already get a symbolism of like the house is alive.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
Good point.
But anyways, we see Grandma's head starting to turn around. And she just let her look at the camera, and we see some like shadowy figures, and then cut.
Oh, since we're in the spoiler zone, I'm gonna say I think the shadowy figures is actually not shadowy figures. I think it's mold.
Yes,
It
mold.
might be
Yes.
mold.
I think
Or the
it
mold
just takes the
represent.
shape of a figure.
Yeah, the mold represents the dead people that are in the house.
Yeah. There are a lot of shadow figures in this film
It's probably just
Yes.
mold.
that
Yeah, I
can
think
walk.
it is probably.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Well, we're gonna get to
reveal-
it, but remember the bathtub scene?
Yeah.
The one where
Yeah.
she stabbed herself.
No, and when Sam's in the bathtub and she sees like a person
Oh, yeah.
walking in front of the bathroom door and then walk away.
Are
From-
we sure that's just
Probably Grandma, but we don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay, next scene is Sammy and her mum pulling up to Grandma's house, but they knock the door and no one's home. So Sammy
So they
went
Well,
through
they
the
were
dog
sent-
door.
Yeah.
they went there in the first place because the neighbors said she hadn't been seen for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And who are the neighbors? It's Jamie and
Adam,
Jamie's
Alex, Jamie and Alex.
Yes.
Yes, and the two find the house empty. The walls and fruit are covered in mold.
Yep.
Wow. And then
Mold.
they go to search the forest. Yeah.
With the help of the police.
And
Yes, they did.
she isn't there. So they go back home. And then Jamie says g'day to
Sammy.
Sam.
Well, she was smoking a blunt. And
Yeah.
then Jamie's like, haha. And then Sammy's like, yo, you don't play with Grandma no more. And he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, never since me daddy told me not to go here. So and then he's like, bro,
And-
can I have a fucking puff of that joint? Sammy's like, hell yeah.
We later find out why he's not allowed to come to the house anymore because he got locked into a cupboard by Grandma and she forgot that he was there because she has dementia.
Yes.
Yes.
The be all and end all. Okay. I need to cover this up. The director mainly was talking about
What the fuck?
It doesn't have
the
dementia. she has
director
Alzheimer's.
took experience from her own grandma with Alzheimer's.
The Discord just kind of stopped there. So I missed what you said the first bit.
All right. The first bit is in like.
The start of your
Did you
sentence.
hear me? The start of my sentence. The director took a lot of oh, I can't talk. The director Natalie, she took a lot of experience from her own experience with her grandma having Alzheimer's in this film. So yeah, just to clear it up, Alzheimer's, not dementia.
Yeah, but this grandma has dementia.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one. Yeah, I think they said in the movie that she does.
Well, I'm just fucking stupid, aren't I?
No, I
Or it
think
might be just us saying that she has dementia.
I don't
Either
know.
way, she has
It's a
dementia.
combination.
Or what
It's
if
like,
she doesn't? Huh? What
I
if
don't
it's
know.
something more sinister, eh?
It's like when you get Hungry Jack's chicken nuggets and McDonald's chicken nuggets, and then you eat them together and you don't know which is which anymore. Because that's a very relatable anecdote.
Man, I think the only reason you don't know which is because you have dementia.
Ah, yeah, that
Damn.
also. All right, let's get on to the next little bit.
So the next scene, Mummy and Sammy slept in the house, and they
And
hear.
Sam sees some. They both witness some phenomena, some
Yeah.
maybe supernatural phenomena, maybe. And then
Yeah, just the fucking dark shit,
yeah,
which we think is probably the mold, right?
yeah. And then we see the nightmare sequence that's going to be a recurring theme. We see the old cabin that the that Granny's house was built on top of.
Yeah.
Then we see, and inside there's like a decrepit old man. There's a rotting body, and the house is covered in the mold.
Yep. After that nightmare, Mummy woke up to the sound of a kettle boiling.
And who was boiling that kettle?
It was Granny.
Grandma,
Grandma.
hi
Yeah.
Grandma, I'm Dad.
No,
And
you're
yeah,
not.
Okay.
just appears out of nowhere, and is
Yeah.
very annoyed about a fuss being made over her disappearance.
Yeah. And then
Because she
for
seems to be healthy, but she's covered in blood and mud.
Yes, and they even get a doctor.
to check on her. Yep, she just got a wound
For
on her
mold on
chest.
her chest.
Yeah.
A wound, yes.
Though it is not a wound, is it? It is the mold.
Ah, yes. Once again, the mold.
What happens after that?
After that,
Oh, uh, um, she thought someone was trying to break
yeah,
into the house. That's why, and then she kind of just doesn't remember where she went from there.
yep.
Can we pause for a second? Because
Yeah.
I have to change the server thing. Because it's breaking up.
While we're doing that, let me just I have to make a quick announcement. Recent events. We've got a tweet here from Mr. Ye. He says, if you're a voter in South Carolina, please sign this petition to place me on the ballot. Sponsored by Ye.
If you're a murderer from South Carolina,
From South Carolina.
do you have to be a murderer?
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Starting now, we shall resume.
So for the next couple of scenes, the mummy keeps worrying about Granny, and that annoys her more.
Well, kinda.
Yeah.
Grandma's kind of like happy sometimes and unhappy some other times.
And then what happened?
Actually, no, she's happy when she's by herself, but then annoyed when people want to take care of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then
Uh,
she gives Sam a ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, and gave Sam the ring, and she started wearing it, which will come back later.
And after that, fucking mummy visited grandma's room when she was about to sleep, right? And they talked for a
Yeah.
bit. Then Granny's like, "Yo, check out under the bed."
Where's later?
Is it?
Yeah, first they find the
Yeah. Kay, the
Sketchbook.
mom, was working.
Yeah.
Sam found a sketchbook from her grandfather, or Kay's father, the mom's father,
Yes. Granddad.
and Granny's husband.
Yes.
And they see the cabin in the sketchbook.
And then they talked about the cabin,
Yeah.
which confirmed my theory at the time.
What was your theory that it was like built on?
Yeah, the grandma's house was built on that cabin, and therefore the dead people is haunting the house.
And I just remembered something. You know how the shadowy figures, right? They only appear in the windows. You guys notice that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you know
What
why?
else had?
Because those windows are the same one from the old building. The only thing that got taken from the old building and put in the new house were the windows. That's what they say in the movie.
Yeah.
The stained glass window, yeah.
Right.
Especially the you know that the one that they showed at the very end of the movie, but it's being covered in mold. That
Yeah.
glass, like, yeah, that's from the original house as well.
Mm.
Yes, very cool. Uh, then I
Yes.
think the Dio, what you were talking about, scene
The
happens.
bedroom scene happened.
Yeah.
Then mommy hit her head on the bed because book fell. And then she was
Did
angry.
Grandma do it on purpose, or did she just dementia?
Oh no. But after that, mom's like, Grandma got dementia. We have to move her to an old folks' home.
So she goes down to the land of Melbourne to go look for some old folks. So
And is absolutely devastated by how shit it looks and how unhappy the people look.
But I would be
Speaking of
happy to live
unhappy,
there.
yeah, we would all be happy to live there. That's what we're gonna do when we're older. We're just gonna move out.
Yeah.
We can
And
we can
by
all rent
older,
one.
we mean like as soon as we graduate secondary college, we're gonna
Yeah,
go into an old folks home.
Yes.
that's a good life.
Good life. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Anyway,
how
so,
they went into the ocean view room, and the
oh yeah,
ocean was like miles away. It was just, and there was just like a whole bunch of houses. You saw like dog shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know why I brought that up. Moving on.
At the
back to
same
Sam
time,
and Granny.
Sam
yeah.
visited Granny to propose that she would stay at her house to
No,
take
no,
care of her.
no. That's later. That's
No,
later.
that's
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
first
yeah.
something else happens. She first of all, Grandma forgets who she is and thinks she's Kay.
did that happen.
Though it is not. Um, uh, Granny says that the house feels unfamiliar and someone was trying to get in through the walk-in closet upstairs, which I'm pretty sure is the same closet that Mr. Jamie got locked in. Maybe there's some sort of connection with that.
Well, before that, uh, Sam and Granny were dancing, right? And then
Oh yeah,
uh,
yeah.
Granny didn't forgot that she gave Sam the ring.
Yep,
Another
and
sign of her dementia.
then she fucking snaps her finger. Which
Well,
so
based
it
almost
was spoiled back in the thing. Yeah,
Yes.
back in the not the
gave her
spoilers.
finger a big bruise.
Yeah.
And after that, we see the walk-in closet scene upstairs, and then Kay comes home,
Yeah.
and the plan to move her into an old folks home was revealed to Granny,
Yeah.
who's very unhappy.
Yeah, there's a lot of good tension when they're like eating dinner and stuff. Right.
Yeah.
then you learn about how well, Sam goes and visits um Edna's neighbor, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
the dude with Jamie, right? And then they talk about how Jamie got locked in the closet. Very scary, very traumatic for him. Then the forest scene. Do you guys remember the forest scene where Edna is eating the fucking photographs out of the photo book and like burying the photo books?
Yeah.
It says here that apparently she's trying to protect her memory from something inside the house.
Which was
Yeah.
dementia.
And the mold.
And the mold.
Dementia and mold. What's next? Asbestos?
Then yeah,
Yeah.
maybe the mold is like a metaphor for how her mind is like the house and it's slowly like festering over time.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway,
Yeah.
they're all happy now. They go back inside. Then Sam gets fucking stuck in the bloody wall. Or earlier on in the film, there was like the walls were like thudding, like someone was inside or some shit.
Yes.
And then this comes back at this bit where she gets trapped in the walls, and everything's like the walls are changing. When she breaks through walls, there are more walls, and then she's stuck in the walls.
At the same time, Granny didn't
And
want to
then
eat her dinner and she took a piss on the floor.
yes, wait, let me just before we get to that, she when she's like in the walls, right? She found some notes that Edna wrote because she had actually been inside it too, but she got lost.
She got dementia, man.
Maybe it's a metaphor for how she's forgets like what's going on in her mind and how everything she's getting lost in her own mind. The
Oh yeah.
dementia, yeah.
Cool. Good one.
Then what you were saying, she pisses on the floor, right?
Yep.
And then so Edna gets taken to the bath where she stabs herself. She's
Yep.
stabbing her bruise. But it's like worse. There's like lots of these fucking things on her. All of
Mold.
this, which you find out is mold. Yeah. And then Kay runs in to try and rescue her. Turns off the bath. The power shuts off. Then
Yep.
Edna's just walking around with a knife.
Yeah.
And it's like mutilating her face, and then you can see like the black charred skin underneath her.
Then somehow they meet up with Sammy.
Yeah. And Sam at
Wait,
that
hold
point
on.
was already
Before we get
Sam at that point was already had grabbed a metal pipe and started smashing her way through the walls, and eventually found a way out of the labyrinth that they were inside. And
just
when she heard her mum, uh, immediately goes out rescue, brings her over to the place, and they join efforts, start hacking the wall down while Grandma's chasing them.
okay. Oh wait, first back to before when she's like tearing off her skin and shit. It says here that uh apparently it seems that Edna's dementia is in fact a possession and the same fate that befalled the granddad in the cabin because that's
Ah.
like this you see that charred skin and shit in her vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, and when they talk about your granddad, it's talking about Kay's great grandfather, which was alluded to in the when they brought up the sketchbook. They were talking about how the original cabin was Kay's great grandfather's house, and then they over it,
Yeah.
and all the dreams that Kay had was of her great grandfather, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, and then after moving on back to my bit,
Actually,
there were
maybe it wasn't. I'm thinking that maybe the rotting body is the great grandfather, but then the decrepit old man is just like the grandfather, maybe.
Oh
No,
no.
maybe it's like his son or something, because something happens at the end. Oh wait, we're in spoilers. Because you know how she ends up getting the disease at the end, right? Maybe it's something
Yeah.
like that.
She got the mold.
Because you know that the grandfather died as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's like, because whenever we see that one dream sequence, we see a person sitting on the bed,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then we see a rotting body in front of them.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that's
Except
probably
in
the
another
grandfather
scene
and
where we
the
see
grandfather.
the grandma sitting on the bed and apparently like a shadow in front of her in place of the rotting corpse, right?
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was probably
Oh,
mold.
I actually have a
Hello?
theory for this.
Hello, man.
When we get to the end, I'll tell you
I
my
can't hear you
theory.
guys. Oh my god.
What?
Okay, so we can
I can't hear you guys.
we can
Uh,
Seems like Mr. Sunny went deaf.
we'll cut this out. Can you hear us now?
yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay. It happens to me sometimes too.
So yeah, anyways, I
So
forgot
we
what.
have a fight scene,
Yes.
Yeah.
fighting,
Oh,
and then she
less of a
pipes.
fight, more of a desperate struggle.
Yeah. She Kay hit grandma with a pipe. Uh, then then we get to then they are about to leave, you know, but then Kay goes back in, locks Sam out, and takes Edna to the bedroom and starts peeling off her skin and
Yeah.
then cuddling the demon. And then Sam comes in and they all cuddle together. And then
Uh,
Edna has mold on her
well,
back.
yeah. Edna? Okay.
Oh shit, sorry, Kay has mold on her back. And then the house gets consumed in mold and they're all hugging. It's a very wholesome ending.
Well,
Yep.
to clean that up a bit, Kay is peeling off Grandma's skin to reveal like a black body, not as much of a human as something else.
It was an alien.
It was the lizards,
Yeah.
and they she lays Grandma down, the thing down, not Grandma anymore. At least that we've established it to be, right?
Yeah.
And then yeah, they cuddle on the bed, and
Yeah.
Sam comes in during that scene and lays down as well to see the mold starting to grow on Kay's skin on her back.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we don't see the entire house getting covered in mold, right? It was just the front window.
Yeah, but it's meant to symbolize that the whole house is covered.
And that's about where the story ends.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's talk about theories, right?
Let's get into some theories.
So, can I go
Wait.
first?
Let me try. Let me see if I can figure out a theme for theories. Wait. Okay. Here we go. Theories. Yay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll start.
Okay.
I have a theory that this entire this entire generation of this family has been like possessed with by a demon, and we see the demon that after Grandma's skin is peeled off, it revealed the demon creature. And
Yeah.
I think it's not so crazy to assume that for every person that has died in the house, that their dementia was all caused by this demonic thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Here's my theory. Aliens.
Mm-hmm.
You wanna
These
elaborate?
aliens take form of mold. And what they do is they reside in their they live off like parasites. They live in someone's body, and after they die and get dementia, they move on to the next of kin.
Yeah. Have a
Oh,
theory, Jack?
that's a
Yeah.
nice theory. I'm just thinking it's just like all a big metaphor. Because you know how the director based on like real life and stuff. So I assume that because so here's what I think. So it is like some sort of possession idea that it's kind of like I think it's like the great grandfather's kind of demonic spirit or some shit. Because he died, right? But he apparently he was like abandoned and then he died on his own or some shit.
Yeah,
So what if like the message is like for like when people become old and they get dementia and stuff,
don't
you should
leave
like
them.
look after them and stuff and not leave them. Because like throughout the movie, the mother wants to be separated, like Kay, I mean, wants to
Yeah,
be separated from her mother, wants to like send her off into home, and Sam
yeah,
was like, you should look after her and stuff, and so that's what I think. And then at the end, when she like hugs her, that was like her coming to like comfort her and stuff. And I
Okay.
yeah.
think that
I,
like puts an end to the curse, kind of.
yeah.
But
I
it
think this is a
didn't.
good place to bring up the article I found.
Yeah.
So in the director was she told the interviewers that the peeling of Edna's skin is a metaphor for Kay's acceptance for her mother in the grips of late-stage Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
To quote Natalie, the peeling away of the skin for Kay is a real acceptance of how much she's changed. The whole message that Natalie wanted to get across was that how her own grandmother, uh, in her battle against Alzheimer's, uh, they had to move away from grief and sadness from watching their grandma fade away into acceptance.
Yeah.
And the peeling of Edna's skin was acceptance for Kay, who's
Yeah.
accepted that Edna needs help and in the late stage of Alzheimer's.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
yeah, to take care of her in her final days was to make sure that because this okay, to quote it again, in her final form she's very fragile and very vulnerable. That reflects how a lot of us are at the end of our lives. It's harrowing to see people who have kind of wasted away and are close to death. In helping Edna transform, it is a full embracing of the fact that it's still her mother.
Yeah.
And yeah, Natalie took a lot of very personal experience in making this film.
Yeah.
very cool.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Um,
We're going to spoil it. I'm not spoilers, buddy.
Yeah, let's go to verdicts.
All right, spoiler time's over, boys. Welcome back. And it's time for the final verdict.
Take it away, dear.
I'm giving this one a light 6 for its good good execution of atmosphere and tension. Also for a solid story with some unexpected moments. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Jack, your turn.
I want to say this was a pretty good movie. Horror movie wise, it's a good horror movie. It doesn't rely on like jump scares and stuff, but more like disturbing imagery.
Yeah.
The pacing was also really good. Very not too slow, not too fast, pretty consistent. Very scary, nice cinematography. A score that accompanies it very well.
I'm surprised we
Very
didn't
very
talk
good.
about the lack of jump scares earlier.
I forgot.
That was
Well,
like a
here it
big
is
thing we
now.
were talking about while we were watching the film.
Yeah. Anyway, it what was I saying? Good music, stuff like that.
Yeah.
The acting was all very good. Directing nice, yeah. Editing good stuff. The
Yeah.
only problem was I thought the plot was, other than the ending, which was quite different, and I liked the message it was trying to convey. That was pretty cool. It was a bit contrived, a bit like the typical haunted house, old people sort of thing. It kind of felt like a bit of a mashup between Hereditary and The Visit, and yeah, that was my only problem with it. I'm feeling a strong 7 on this.
Alright.
All right. Time for your boy shit takes. Because I don't have any, as always. It's my first horror movie. I don't have much experience with it. What else can I really say? I'll be honest. I'm just going to go with you guys. Right in the middle, 6.5.
Very nice.
For a combined average of 6.5.
There you go.
It's a
Guys,
strong
Hey,
6.
yo.
strong 6 basically. This is one hell of a shit show of a review.
Hopefully, it will be cut down a lot in the editing.
Yes. Please give a like if you like. Subscribe if you want to watch more shit shows.
Comment
And
what movie you want us to review next.
yeah.
Do we give a spoiler for what we're doing next?
We'll be reviewing the new rom-com from Andy Samberg, Palm Springs.
Yeah. No,
Some have already called it maybe the best film in 2020 because there haven't been much films in 2020.
but I would say
Yes.
it was a good one.
Oh, we'll
Before
say
we get too far ahead,
yeah.
Before we get too far ahead of ourselves, if you want to watch that content, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. And remember to hit that notification bell. Yeah, notification squad.
If we hit 10 subscribers, we'll do a 10 subscriber special.
Yes, guaranteed.
Yep.
10 subscribers is a big number for us.
Uh-huh.
And we're a small channel. While you're at it, why not share this channel with all your friends?
Oh, God.
Spread the news. Best shit show on YouTube since 2012. When did YouTube come out? 2012?
That feels like
2006.
2006? Wow. I'm terrible at this.
Yes, maybe.
Alright.
Alright.
Thanks for watching. We'll be seeing you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.